This year's composer in residence is Catalan composer based currently at Arditti in Paris, Hèctor Parra, who might be a new name to people in the UK. And I have to confess I wasn't aware of Hèctor Parra's work until he had a piece performed a year ago, or 2 years ago I think, by Ensemble Recherche called Early Life. And at that point Hector had just been the recipient of the Ernst von Siemens Composers Prize. And it was an absolutely astonishing piece of music, and of course beautifully played by Recherche. He very much comes from the New Complexity school, so very much coming out of that core Huddersfield tradition of the Ferneyhoughs and the Dillons, but very much he's not afraid of harmony and melody within that, which I think makes his music perhaps slightly more accessible to a wider audience. He's only 37, so again it's Huddersfield, I suppose, placing at the centre of the programme quite a young artist in composer terms. But I think his music is incredibly mature, and it's really exciting to have Hector as composer in residence this year. One of the issues for me when I began to discover his music is actually he writes fairly large-scale pieces, or pieces that have got quite complicated electronics. So there was an element there about how we could present this work, about cost, but we're very fortunate that we have support this year from the Ramon Llull Foundation in Catalonia, and they've made the Hèctor Parra programme possible this year. We're on sale with some of the work at the moment. The opening concert will feature 2 string quartets by Hèctor Parra, performed by the Arditti Quartet, supported by the Freiburg Sound Studios. I think very exciting special concert to open this year's festival. We've also got a world premiere of a piece by Hector, a collaboration with the fantastic Catalan pianist Agustí Fernandez, who you'll have seen at Huddersfield with Evan Parker's electroacoustic ensemble. This is a part composed, part improvised work that Hector describes as almost a kind of chamber opera or music theatre piece. Although there are no singers involved, but so it maybe pushes the boundaries of what you might imagine as an opera. But I think we're really interested. It's all about the kind of physicality of the relationship between the performer and his instrument and the piano, and it really tests the endurance, I think, of Agustí Fernandez. But Agustí studied with Xenakis, so he's probably used to those challenges and tests. And that piece is called FREC, world premiere, and I think that will be a sensational piece of work. Also very pleased to welcome to the festival for the first appearance BCN 216, who are the premier contemporary music ensemble in Barcelona, and they'll be performing a large scale work by Hèctor Parra, Carasong, La Horizon, 28 musicians, really big work, and I think Hector's described it as perhaps the most accomplished piece that he's written to date, and I certainly wouldn't argue with that. Nick Hodges will also do the UK premiere of Hèctor Parra's piano sonata. So the real rounded presentation really at Huddersfield this year of Hèctor Parra, and really covering all the bases in his current practice. Also on sale at the moment in this first batch of highlights, Norwegian composer Cecilie Ore, a composer who I guess rediscovered. I met her a number of years ago, and then kind of lost track of her music. But in a recent visit to Oslo, I rediscovered her engagement with the world really of music, theatre and opera that she's been doing in recent years. And she's very political in her work. We've got two projects with Cecilie this year. One, I think her most successful opera to date, called A Shadow Opera, which is a kind of anti-war requiem. No performers, an electronic soundscape, beautiful new video we've created to go with this soundscape. This is a new version of an opera that was first done in 2002 in Oslo, but this will be a very different version. And we've also, with our partners at BBC Radio 3, commissioned Cecilie to write a piece for the BBC Singers, who were delighted to welcome back to Huddersfield. And again, a very political and very current piece from Cecilie Ore. It uses and quotes directly from the recent Pussy Riot trials in Russia. And I think, I'm very excited. Having seen the score, having seen the text, I'm very excited to put all that together and to have the world premiere of that production in Huddersfield. And just to finish off, in terms of what's on sale currently, and our first announcement of highlights, two works by George Friedrich Haas, his 7-string quartet, the UK premiere, performed by the Ardittis alongside the Parra quartets that I mentioned earlier, and to finish the UK premiere of In Vain by London Sinfonietta, which will be in the Town Hall in the opening weekend, and no less than Sir Simon Rattle has called it the greatest work of the 21st century to date. So, talking of dates, put that date in your diary, the 16th of November at the Town Hall, and I hope to see you there.